Obi-Wan episode 4 is the worst episode of the season and kind of just bad overall. Now, I guess I'll start off with some of my positives. I still think that Ewan McGregor is doing a really good job as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Um, I enjoyed seeing him get his mojo back. He's kind of relearning the Force. He's, kind of getting acquainted again with using a lightsaber and seeing Obi-Wan Kenobi kind of get back into the groove of things in kind of a believable way was cool because one of the things that I have been worried about regarding this series is that okay, so he's shown to just be completely broke, um, like, and I'm supposed to believe that he's gonna get to the point where he can face Vader again by the end of the series. Like that was going to be a stretch, and truth be told, it still is going to be a stretch. But I appreciate that they're kind of building up to it. So we'll see how it ends up feeling whenever we get to that point. But yeah, I enjoyed that aspect of this episode. I also really enjoyed the scene where Obi-Wan and Leia are sitting next to each other in the hangar, and she puts his hand on his hand, and it's all like, oh look, they're connecting and whatever. I thought that was good. I thought that was nice. Pretty much everything else was just kind of bad, and so I mean, really, there wasn't too much going on in this episode other than Leia has been kidnapped and Obi-Wan has to save her again, and that's just kind of a weird thing to just reuse that plot except stretch it out over one episode. Um, yeah, I was like, really, they're doing this again? But they could do it, and if it's executed well, I can enjoy it. Unfortunately, it wasn't executed well. I mean, I don't even think it's a matter of special effects or budgetary concerns. The choreography in this episode, the way these scenes were executed, the way they were set up, was just really bad. I mean, stormtroopers have been notoriously bad shots in Star Wars. It's kind of a meme. This is pushing it. I mean, there are scenes where, Obi-Wan is in a narrow corridor and he's getting shot at, and they're either missing him or it feels like stormtroopers aren't shooting at him in this episode. And, like, it's not like he's kind of like, moving his lightsaber back to block shots. They're just straight up not shooting at him or missing him. And it's just bad. There's the girl, the lady who gets them in. There are these scenes where she takes out two stormtroopers, and it like they look like they get hit once and then they just fall over. It doesn't even look like they get hit hard. There's like a scene. There's like a bit where she like grabs a stormtrooper helmet and just like yanks him down, and I'm just like, what is happening? And then the scene before that, she like chokes out another guy, and then she just leaves him there on the floor, and I'm just like, what? Shouldn't you hide him somewhere? I, you guys in the sitting at the desk, you didn't see her do that, or you didn't hear her do that. There's just so many things in this episode that were just poorly executed, and then I mean, we get to the end of the bit, and they get saved by the other like rebel guys, and then the rebel guys just like fly off, and like nobody stops them. Although I guess to be fair, at that point, it's kind of revealed that Riva let them go apparently because she put a tracker on his ship. So I guess I can kind of forgive that last part, but when I was watching it, I was like, really, nobody's giving chase? Is that just a thing that they're establishing in Obi-Wan that it's just like you just can't like chase people when they're running away, like Vader not going after Obi-Wan at the end of episode 3, was it? Yeah, the end of the last episode. That was just weird. It was just weird, but it was kind of explained by Riva. Speaking of Riva, that interrogation scene was not good. it, Hey, like, listen, the actress is playing Reva. She's just not doing a good job in the series. And in this scene, she got outacted by a child. What can I say? Now, should you send her racist DMs? No. Don't be stupid. Don't do that. But at the same time, she's just not doing a very good job in this show. Um, so I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much else to say. Still enjoying the show overall. Like I don't like one bad episode. It doesn't like that. That doesn't ruin the show for me. But the next two better be good, right? And and yeah, and I guess also just reflecting on the show overall, it feels like, especially with this episode, I don't necessarily feel that way about the first three episodes, but this episode just kind of feels like a waste of time. It feels like filler in a show that's only 6 episodes, and that's weird. I'm like, and I guess we were all expecting like flashbacks and like sort of fleshing out Obi-Wan and Anakin's characters relationship a bit more to kind of, you know, further set up the tension between them here. Maybe give us some Clone Wars flashbacks, where they're brothers and in a war, fellow soldiers. So, I don't even know, like just something, right? People were expecting that, and I guess to be fair, that is a case of us expecting something rather than just accepting the show as it is. But it's just it's a like that was just something that we were all like, yeah, we're gonna see that. Like, you wouldn't bring back Hayden Christensen to not do like flashback scenes, right? Um, but we're 4 episodes in and we still haven't seen them, so I think that's weird. And yeah, this episode just overall felt like filler in, like I said, a 6 episode season, which just shouldn't be a thing. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't have too much to say about this episode. Although I have been going for 7 minutes, I suppose. But yeah, overall, let me know what you thought of this episode. Maybe you liked it. If so, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, a bit of a stinky poo poo episode. Hopefully the next ones are better. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe, ring the bell to be notified whenever I upload next. And thank you for listening to my unedited, incoherent ramble.